Hey guys, I am back after a long hiatus. It's been probably about 4 months since I posted a video. Originally my plan was to be posting one video a week at least, and then things happened and that didn't happen. But I have decided that I kind of want to share this, not necessarily, I don't know. I want to be able to look back and see what I was doing and how things were and everything. But I think it was less than a week after I posted that first video, I found out that me and my husband were expecting. So that kind of threw a wrench in what I was planning on doing with things. So I haven't recorded anything really since then, since I found out. But yeah, we are expecting. We are due September 5th. We are really excited about it. But so as of this week, I am 24 weeks pregnant, so I'm more than halfway, which makes me feel kind of weird because this is our first pregnancy. I've never been pregnant before. But I did not expect, obviously, when I posted that first video, that this is where we would be shortly after. So I'll just kind of run through a little bit of our pregnancy so far, and then hopefully I'll be updating more frequently since now you all know. I found out we were pregnant December 27th. I remember we were supposed to be going to my husband's mom's house for Christmas, and Christmas Eve I got really sick, and I thought it was the flu or food poisoning or something, and my husband was kind of telling me, no, that's not what it is. And eventually, a couple days after Christmas, he talked me into taking a pregnancy test, which I told him very firmly that I did not want to do because I didn't think that it was going to come back positive. But in fact it did. It didn't take more than 30 seconds for that second line to show. So that kind of changed our lives quite drastically. We weren't exactly trying, I would say, which makes me feel bad for all of those that have been trying or try for years and haven't been able to. But we were trying previously to that for 5 months, I think, and nothing happened before that. So I get it, but yeah. Anyway, so I couldn't get in to see a doctor until January. So I went to my OB probably 2 weeks after we found out. I think at that appointment I was between 5 and 6 weeks, give or take. They couldn't keep my doctor has an ultrasound machine in his office, so every appointment we go to, we get an ultrasound. That one we couldn't see anything on it, except for my uterus, but we couldn't see really anything in the uterus yet. And so we scheduled an appointment for a couple weeks later, and I came back. We got to hear the heartbeat that time, so that was really cool, hearing the heartbeat for the first time. About a month later, we went back in for our next appointment. That appointment was a really fun one, because he has the ultrasound machine there in his office. He actually let my husband find the baby's heartbeat and everything, so that was really kind of cool for him, the new experience for both of us. And then things, for the most part, have gone fairly well since that, since the initial appointment. I have a list at home of symptoms that I got, not necessarily week to week, because I don't know, I feel like mostly, like, generally speaking, I haven't gotten a lot of the normal pregnancy symptoms, which I am completely okay with. I didn't throw up once during the first trimester at all. I think this entire pregnancy total, I think I've thrown up 3 times. And I'm not 100% sure that it was all from, like, that it was from being pregnant or if it was just me being sick. I actually got migraine headaches before my pregnancy, and since I've been pregnant, they've cut down drastically. I've probably gotten maybe 3. I keep looking, my husband's sitting over here not wanting to be on camera, but I keep looking over to verify things with him, but he's not paying attention. But yeah, I think I've had maybe 3 headaches during this entire pregnancy, and they have not been nearly as bad as they were prior to this pregnancy, so that's good. We did have one scare, but that was due to somebody being not very smart. We went in, it was for our 15-week appointment. Because I was just barely in my second trimester, it was my first appointment of my second trimester. The nurse asked me if we were okay if a second-year resident came in to do my appointment instead of my regular doctor, and I was okay with that at that point, because I do think that it is important for them to get some hands-on attention and be able to learn and do things by themselves. So he came in, and immediately, like within the first 5 minutes of meeting him, neither me or my husband were very comfortable with him. He told me some things that I know for a fact are not true. Like, he told me I could take ibuprofen up to 36 weeks pregnant, and he told me a lot of other stuff that just didn't match with what our doctor had told us before. He then went to go do the ultrasound and found the baby's heartbeat. The baby's heartbeat was only like 86 beats per minute, and so that kind of freaked us out, and we ended up going home. He didn't get very good pictures, like the ultrasound that my husband got to do. My husband, who had never touched an ultrasound machine, got better pictures, better results than this second-year resident. And so we went home, and I had lunch. Christian called the doctor's office back, and I fell asleep, or started trying to fall asleep, because I was thinking, well, maybe I'm just being paranoid about this. Maybe I'm just overreacting about what had happened at this appointment. And so he came into our room and woke me up, and basically told me that the nurse had said, because he explained to her how uncomfortable we were with the appointment. There was one point during that appointment as well that this guy was completely blocking my husband's view of the ultrasound machine, so he was really excited that he was going to be able to see his baby that day, and he didn't get to, because this guy would not let him see the screen at all. And so that really upset him. But so we told her how uncomfortable he had told her how uncomfortable we were with that appointment, and we wanted to get in with my doctor as soon as possible. And so they had us come in pretty much immediately to go talk to my doctor, because I was freaking out, because again, I was told my baby's heartbeat was 80 beats per minute. There's something seriously wrong with the baby if the baby's heartbeat is that low. So we went in, we talked to him, we told him some of the things that this intern, or the resident guy, had said, and he was not very happy with some of the things that he had told us, and he's like, nope, I want you to continue doing what you were doing as you have been doing it. And then basically within just a few minutes, both of us felt a lot better about the appointment. This guy had kind of led us to believe that we were having a miscarriage just because the baby's heartbeat was so low, and there was nothing we could do about it. So
told us we were having a miscarriage.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard my husband, but that was me pointing at you so you would talk louder. But this doctor at one point had flat out told us that we were having a miscarriage, and he couldn't do anything about it, basically. And so my doctor, we decided to do an ultrasound while we were there, and he checked everything out immediately. As soon as he started the ultrasound, he checked the baby's heartbeat. I think, if I remember correctly, it was like 158. Baby's heartbeat has been between 155 and 160 pretty much this entire pregnancy. So we both felt better about hearing that, and we also got to find out the gender of the baby. We are having a girl. I had asked the other guy if it was possible to see the baby's gender this early, and he told me that it wasn't even possible to see the baby's gender until about 24 weeks, and I knew that was inaccurate. So that was kind of a scary process for us. About a month and a half, not quite a month and a half later, about a month and a week later, we went to my anatomy scan to do the big, make sure everything is measured correctly and everything is measuring where it's supposed to. She was measuring, I think, 1 day off, but that's not anything to worry about. And they also agreed that she is definitely a she. And then today we actually have kind of a fun story. So it was about, again, a month later after my anatomy scan. I had my regular doctor's appointment on Monday, and she was not having it. She curled into a ball pretty much immediately when we put the ultrasound on her, and she was not wanting pictures. She just wouldn't move. And then when we got home that afternoon, she'd stretched out, and I feel her stretch out, and so I was like, really? She's pulling this on us. So then we went to we were gonna do a 3D ultrasound this morning, and I also had my glucose test this morning, and she was not cooperating with the 3D ultrasound, but it was kind of funny. Our ultrasound tech, originally he started looking in 2D, and then switched to 3D, and the way she was turning her head, she's flipped upside down, and so her head is down by my hip, and her face is facing in towards my hip, so we couldn't really get a very good picture. We ended up getting just not a very good picture at all. But so my husband often and frequently, well, not too often, but often enough, gives me raspberries, and baby hates it. Normally she moves completely to the other side of my stomach, and I don't know if it's the noise that she doesn't like or the vibration, maybe, I don't know, but she doesn't like it, and so she usually goes to the other side of the uterus. And this morning when that happened, I had him give me a raspberry to see if we could get the baby to move. She didn't move. Well, she moved a little bit. She kicked me, but she didn't actually physically move like she normally does. So the ultrasound tech switched back to 2D, and we looked, and it seriously looked like she was sticking her tongue out at us, which both me and my husband found amusing. I did get a clip of that, so hopefully we will put that, if I can't figure it out, I'll make him do it, but put that in the video. But it was kind of interesting. The glucose test went okay. I guess I haven't got my results back, but it wasn't as bad as I'd been told. The taste of the whatever, it wasn't as bad as I've been told it was, and the test itself was pretty quick. It didn't even take, they just drew some blood, and then I'll find out the results later, but it didn't take very long at all, so that was good. But hopefully within the rest of the pregnancy, I'll be able to update fairly regularly, if not every week, about what's going on with our pregnancy. Here in about a month, just shy of a month, we have our first baby shower. I have 2 baby showers, one for Christian's side of the family because they live a couple hours away, and one for my side of the family / whoever in our town that wants to go to it, basically. So I have my first one with Christian's family in about a month, and hopefully we'll be able to record a little bit, if not all of it, and then I will probably be doing a baby haul at some point. I don't know if I'll just do a baby shower haul and then do stuff that me and Christian bought separately, because we already have some stuff that we bought. And we have a couple gifts that we got already, but I don't know for sure what we're gonna do with that. But hopefully I want to keep videoing throughout this pregnancy, because I want to be able to look back and I want to show our baby, who is currently named, but it is not going to be announced for a while. So but I want to be able to show her later that, like, the process that we went through. Not necessarily there. I am sure there are things that are going to be recorded that she's not going to want to see, but maybe someday she will. I don't know. But that's all from me today. We will hopefully see you guys again next week. Bye.